Hey guys, it's Max from Red Jarhead, and today I'm going to be opening up a Meal Combat individual, a Tuna Meal Combat individual, out of a bigger case, the Sea Rations, the Sea Ration case packaged in April 1974. So, I think this box, it's one of the worst looking boxes that I've opened so far. And then I've got another one here, the same tuna fish Meal Combat individual. A little bit better box. So I'm going to preserve this one and not open it yet. And then, yeah, let's hop into this one. So right off the bat, I have the accessory packet. And again, matches, chewing gum, toilet paper, coffee, cream, substitute, sugar, and salt. And matches, I think. I've already gone over that one. I'm going to make some coffee while I'm going over this one. So, toilet paper, salt, cream substitute. Don't know how that one's going to be. It's feeling, I mean, it might be pretty good. Coffee, sugar, matches, and then some gum. And that's it. So, I'm gonna it's kind of clumpy, but it should still be good. So this is instant type 2. Try not to make a mess here, but kind of already failed at that. It's like coffee. I'm going to let that cool down before I take a sip. Okay, so then, again, the sugar and the cream substitute. So I mean, this is salt. Here's sugar. Like I was saying a minute ago, the cream substitute does seem a little clumpy, but the sugar is fine. And everything, all the bags and stuff smell minty from the beaches. And then, might as well just go ahead and put this in there. No, it looks pretty good. It smells like mint. Let's stir this in there. Okay. Here's the coffee. So I'm going to set this stuff to the side. Toilet paper, gum, salt, matches. This should be good by now. It's still a bit hot, but overall, still really good. Spoon, and then the divider. Now, right off the bat, we have peanut butter. The can, a little rusty. Other than that, I mean, there's some rust here and some rust on the sides. But other than that, still looks like a pretty good peanut butter container. The second item, applesauce. Now, I've opened one of these applesauce cans before, and it just looked like black tar. Smelled all metallic-y and nasty, so I'm curious to see. Yeah, this one sounds the exact same, but I'm curious to see how this one turns out. Tuna sounds pretty juicy and solidified. That's probably going to smell pretty bad, but the can doesn't look compromised in any way. Yeah, so it says, can't read it. Yeah, it has some markings there, but I can't read them. So I'll look into that in a minute. And then the B2 unit. So this one's crackers and cocoa beverage powder. And I mean, I've opened one of these two, and all the crackers are usually pretty good. But I think I'm gonna start off with the applesauce. So I'm gonna bring the camera down here, and then we'll get to opening these. Okay, guys, you're down at the table now. I've got my stuff in the line here, all the stuff that was in that box, and then I still got the accessories over there. So let's get right into this B2 unit. So right off the bat, I can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but in the glare, it says 5th month of 1974. And then, now, that's, I don't know if that's from another can, or if that's from the B2 unit, which I doubt it because there's no real liquids and it looks like a liquid stain. And then on the sides just, they look pretty good other than some rust here. But overall the can looks really well preserved. So it says Southern Packaging and Storage Corporation. So it's crackers and cocoa beverage powder. So I'm going to crack this open, see if there's any kind of hiss or anything. No hiss. Okay, so it was packaged in, that hurt. In the 5th month of 1974. So that was like right at the end of the Vietnam War. And these were most likely going to be shipped off to people overseas. So now, as you can see, the inside just looks pristine and nice, brand new. And it smells like chocolate from the beverage powder. But the crackers look good. I mean, they're not dry, or they're not too dry. They're not damp or anything. And I think I'm gonna give one of these a taste. Yeah, that's still good. You can taste the salt granules, and it's really like opening up a time capsule. And then, so I'm gonna set these out here. So it comes with 3 crackers, and then the Type 1 fortified cocoa beverage powder. Let's see. Try not to destroy this entire can, but that's what happened. So I'm going to set this to the side. So, cocoa beverage powder. Feels good, looks good. There doesn't seem to be any kind of holes in it or anything. 1.5 ounces. Maple Island Incorporated, Minneapolis, Minnesota. The contents, mix of contents with 8 fluid ounces of water, so like a canteen cup. And then, obviously for hot chocolate, just hot water. And then the same thing goes for the cold chocolate. Nothing on the back. Everything looks pretty good. I'm going to bring my glass over here. Now, get my water. Let me put my water up here. Open this up. I never get it out of the top, so I always end up making a mess, like a huge mess. And I try to avoid that every single time. So it looks really good. Now, it smells even better. I mean, it smells like 45-year-old chocolate powder, but other than that, I mean, it's super fine, like dust almost. I'm gonna get this into here. Put some of the water in here. Now, where'd my spoon go? Here it is. Let's stir this up. Now, I always have a hard time stirring this up because most of the time my water gets cold. And it just takes a minute to stir it up. And usually once it gets all dissolved and nice and dissolved into the water, it's pretty delicious. Okay, so I'm going to let that dissolve there for a second. And here we have peanut butter. No. You've got some rust there, nothing on the bottom, some rust on the side. Now I can't really read that. That rust is in the way, but it says something 13 and then CO 20. I mean, I have no idea what that means. Okay, so it says peanut butter. I think it said manufactured or something up there. Stevens Industries. And then Cinderella Food. DIV. Have no idea what that means. Dawson, Georgia. The net weight is 1.5 ounces. I'm going to crack this open. No hiss. And then again, I think these are all packaged around the exact same times. So they all should be around the same. They should all be as old as each other. Now I'm going to try this cocoa beverage powder. Seems to be dissolving pretty well. Yeah, that tastes just like regular hot chocolate like Hershey's hot chocolate. Exactly like that. Here's our peanut butter. Let's see if this, don't want this to fly everywhere. There we go. Now that does look really good. Of course the oils have separated from the butter, the peanut butter. And now, take my spoon and open this up. But again, the oil separated from all the actual peanut butter itself. And I've never had a bad peanut butter from the ones that I've opened myself and from the ones I've seen other people open. But you never really can stir it up enough in this little container to get all the oils off the top. So I'm going to put some of this on a cracker. But it tastes like peanut butter, obviously, but it doesn't, it has no rancidity or anything like that, and it's like perfectly good, smooth peanut butter. Let's see what this tastes like on a cracker. It's very crunchy, not stale at all. With that peanut butter, it tastes just like a really good peanut butter cracker. And then people in the field would need the sugars and the salts from the crackers and the peanut butter. And I mean, if I was a soldier back then, I'd look forward to eating this. I mean, some of them now don't look too good, but they still taste pretty darn good. And then followed up with this cocoa beverage powder. Again, that's pretty darn good. With some coffee. Even better. This peanut butter and the crackers, man. It's hard to beat. And then, so I'm going to set this over here with this can. Now for the goodies. Not really. So the applesauce, I think it's 8 ounces. It says 8 ounces, Coast Counties Canning Cooperation, Watsonville, California. And then this can does look a bit banged up. Some rust on the sides, on the bottom. Let's see if there's any kind of hiss on this one. Oh, there was a little bit of one. So, the last time I opened one of these applesauce containers, it looked like black tar. It looked like something you wouldn't want to consume. And I'm hoping it didn't look like that originally. Which, I mean, it probably didn't. And, I mean, yeah, this one looks exactly the same, just like the other ones. Just like tar. Now, that's right. It smells very metallic-y with like a hint of sweet apple. But I assure you, this is not safe to consume in any way possible, any shape or form. And I'm gonna pull this lid off and see if we can get this out on this tray. I think that's good enough. Now, this lid, I'm going to set this over here. But, I mean, the juices, I think that's all I'm going to get out of there. Well, okay, so you can see that the inside, like just the middle layer, I'm not going to touch it with my finger, but I think the outer layer touching the metal has just adhered to the metal, like the aluminum can. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Just smelling that is just awful. So, I'm going to take my spoon here. Sorry, guy. Scoot that over so I can open my tuna. But I mean, you can see it looked exactly like black tar. Now, we clean this up a little bit, and it says SWA3Z XNA 1F. Have no idea what that means. Probably means something. I mean, the can's a bit rusty. I mean, it's one of the better looking cans that we have. A couple dents. But I have a really bad feeling about this one, because it just, I mean, it's tuna. It's 45-year-old tuna that's been in a can. I don't even like this one. So instead of using regular can opener, I feel that it's necessary that I use the trusty P38 for this one. Ooh, that's a pretty nice hiss. Now these ones are hard to control sometimes. I mean, they're so small. And I bet back then you didn't really want to take the time after all that training or fighting or whatever you've been doing that day to take the time, like the 10 minutes it took to open all your cans with a teeny tiny P38. But I mean, it's a little bit easier with my tiny little hands. So I'm gonna take a little whiff of this right now, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. But I mean, it doesn't smell like anything that you would want to be extremely edible. I don't even know if I want to look at it. I mean, knowing how those apples turned out, you never know. And this could look like some delicious looking tuna salad. Probably not though. So I think that's good for right there. Ooh, I can feel the paper's kind of pulling up there. That looks really good actually. So, I mean, it smells, I mean, look at that. You can still see the actual fish itself. It's not all completely like mutilated or anything like that. And I think I'm going to use my regular spoon for this one. For 45 years, this thing looks pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. I'm gonna pour this out right here. You can see. I'm gonna spread that out. It looks really good, other than this paint. It's really fibrous. It's good looking, and even the can. I mean, it looks pretty good. It hasn't eaten away at much of the can or anything like that. I mean, up here at the sides, I don't know if you can see or tell that, but the paint is peeling up a tad bit. But other than that, it looks not bad. Trying to scoot these juices away. I'm gonna try some of this. I don't know if why not? Nope. It's not incredibly good. Yeah. Very metallic-y. I can feel that in the back of my throat. Yeah. "45-year-old tuna. Bad idea. Ugh. It stinks. I can feel it down the back of my throat. Very metallic-y. That was a bad idea. Maybe these crackers would help. Peanut butter. Save me, please. I mean, look at that peanut butter, though. That looks real good. Tastes even better than it looks. Yeah, that was a bad idea. 45-year-old fish. Ugh. I can still taste it. Even with the crackers and the peanut butter and the coffee, I can still taste it. Ugh. I'm glad I didn't swallow that. I would have hated to have ingested that poison. Wow. I mean, it looks better than it tastes. I mean, I guess you give it points for looks. Give a shout out to these crackers and peanut butter, though. I mean, crispy, crunchy, salty, delicious, soft, sweet, delicious. Can't beat that. 45-year-old crackers and peanut butter. Dessert. So I've got some fruit cake. I've had one of these before, and it's not too bad. Still, don't really want to eat it, but I'm gonna. So it's a net weight 5 ounces American Bread Company, packaged right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Sugar, raisins, cherries, all the normal fruitcake things in Nashville. Let's go. So I think I'm gonna P38 again. See if there's any kind of hiss or anything. Ooh, a very big hiss. There we go. Doing this is always very boring. It's very silent. So, now, again, I'm going back to the tuna. It looks good. It smelled okay. Bad idea trying to taste it. I mean, I knew right when it hit my tongue that it was a bad idea because it was just, it was so metallic-y. It was almost unbearable. I'm gonna open up this fruitcake. Oh wow, that doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna move the peanut butter. So the paper looks a little bit dark. You can see the nuts and the cherries and fruits and stuff. Again, all very dark. See if I can pop this out of my hand. I bet it's stuck to the bottom. Wow. Again. Let's see if I can pull the paper. Pretty good wax paper. It smells good. It smells like Christmas. If Christmas itself had a name or a smell. Wish I had something to stick down in there to... Oh, there we go. The inside of the can looks pretty good. Might have eaten away at it a little bit, but not too bad. Let's get this paper off here. I'm going to crack this open. It's very oily and sticky. The inside of it looks pretty good, and it smells good. I mean, it smells like 45-year-old fruitcake. It's good to, it's probably good to eat. I mean, not a whole bunch of it. I mean, you can see the nuts and the fruits and all that kind of stuff. Take a little bite of it here. You can really taste the nuts. I'm just tasting it right now. You know, I mean, it's not bad. It's not good. The nuts have gone rancid, most definitely. But set that aside for a second. Now, some of the paper, or whatever. I'm gonna grab this up. I think the smaller the bites. Okay, so that's the complete meal with the tuna, the applesauce, the crackers, the fruit cake, the peanut butter, coffee, and the instant cocoa. I mean, I still have the matches and the beachies, and then I mean the toilet paper is pretty self-explanatory. But other than that, that's the complete meal. But before we go, I'm gonna try some of these beachies. Let's see. They really package these pretty well. It smells like a really good peppermint smell. Pretty good tasting. Nice and chewy, like a good gum is supposed to taste. I mean, the matches, I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory, but I'll light one off here for you. I mean, again, it's a match. So, I think that's going to do it for the meal. Yeah. Okay, guys, so I just finished up with my meal combo individual tuna ration. I wouldn't recommend eating one if you ever find one. Wasn't in the least. It wasn't good. I'm gonna put it that way. I still have my coffee and stuff here, but I think this was a successful video. That tuna though, it tasted real bad. But I've got a bonus. I've got a hickory smoked cheese spread cheddar. I mean, you can see it's nice and bulged and inflamed, and it doesn't look too good. So the ingredients are cheddar cheese, butterfat water, liquid hickory smoke flavor and artificial coloring, locust bean, and phosphoric acid, and then some other stuff in there. Only weighs 37 grams. Sounds like a rock almost. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but we're gonna open it anyway. So, I'm gonna hold this away from my face. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get a grip on this. Trying to find a nice ridge. Oh, there we go. Nice. That's smells like the applesauce. Not what I thought it was gonna do. I thought it was gonna kind of explode a little bit, but it didn't. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this open all the way. Thank goodness. I don't know. I mean, that tuna was pretty bad, and I'm not in the mood to try some 45-year-old cheese spread. Ooh. I'm getting that moldy, spoiled milk smell. I can't get over this ridge there, but it smells bad. It's not a delightful smell. Not gonna eat that. It smells awful. It really does. It sounds like a block. You ever watch a Discovery Channel about that really old, like, 1,000-year block of cheese with maggots in it? Kind of what this is like. Probably not as bad, but pretty close. I'm gonna see if I can get it open the rest of the way with a can opener. If I can find it. There it is. I might never use this can opener again. There we go. It's getting caught on the sides. Yeah. So wait. Okay, so I had some technical difficulties trying to open this. It's the smelliest, most ripe thing in this entire box of sea rations, by far. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to open it anymore. I'm giving it my all. Kind of makes you hungry, don't it? Not really. That's it. Okay, so went over the tuna meal combat individual. Had some good coffee. Had some good crackers, good peanut butter. And that's gonna do it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one.